Ready?
Alright everyone, this is TooneySA with the next video in the CTR time trial tournament. We're like over 3/4 of the way through at this point, so that's great. And today we're going to be looking at Tiny Arena. My guest commentators this time around are Lucas Bolton.
Hello everyone.
Who was fake crash in the tournament,
I
and then Mark Goldberry from the United Stand.
Oh, you bloody brat, you Tooney, you bloody brat!
4-0 Liverpool. Pogba out, Maguire out. Ollie
I'm
in.
by Sean Dyche.
Yeah, Pratt. If you don't know what that is, just look at the United Stand. It's an English football channel of a Manchester United fan that's never been to a game that whines all the time.
I do not whine, you bloody brat!
And it doesn't matter if you've been to a game or not. It just matters if you're a real fan in your heart.
Manchester.
Alright, so yeah, jokes aside, alright, so Tiny Arena, there's not really too much to discuss about the track itself because it's just, there's mud, more mud. It's basically Wario Stadium with mud.
Yeah.
There's not really any hazards to talk of, it's just lots
Apart
of
from the
twists
mud.
and turns. Then more mud, yeah. So yeah, there's not really much like hazard-wise that could trip people up. It was just really about people nailing the twists and turns and just trying to be as fast as possible through the entire thing. So without further ado, I'll click play on the video. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, I'll just turn the volume down so that you don't hear that. Okay, here we go. Go.
And we're back.
We are
Back where we left
baby.
off. This tournament just doesn't want to end. It's going to keep giving me some kind of issue.
It refuses to go. It's like it was like Arsene Wenger at Arsenal. He just won't go.
So yeah, pretty good start from pretty much everyone. I haven't seen anyone crash yet. So
Yeah, it's an interesting one, this, because like it feels like this could be even for the first lap, and it'll change after that.
I would say this track is probably maybe along with Slide Coliseum. This track is one of the most dependent tracks on just pure skill.
Yeah.
And driving ability rather than like who can do certain shortcuts better or whatever.
Yeah. I know that there is a sequence breaking shortcut, and I forget how it's done, and I haven't actually seen it done before, but I know like that was a recently discovered. Yeah.
It's that fence I just conveniently went past actually.
Oh. Yes.
Where I'm right now. I think well, it looks at MTB and Luke are kind of the closest to first at this point.
They seem to be killing it. Look at here, Nina Cortex, an Australian mom, and Dante Fanta.
Yeah, Dante Fanta started the tournament so strong, and he just gradually went downhill, like getting slightly worse with every track. Especially because his crash code was really good.
Yeah, I'd say with me it's just more inconsistency. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Easily
5 seconds behind Mayo Dot on the first lap. I'm just looking at that next to it. Dr. Monkey Man with his really messed up colours. Space Weave actually doing quite well. Lots of drifts.
Oh yeah. He does have messed up colours. Yeah, his HUD's completely dark.
Yeah, it's all like, yeah, as you said, it's dark for some reason. Nintendo Gen like really casually going along, barely any boosts.
I feel like Nintendo Gen was just like, I'm doing this to get it over with.
He's honouring his commitment.
But also, like, if he smashes, like, he's gonna have a hard time like looking at that squash cart house.
Yeah, Yoga with a very competitive first 2 laps as well. Almost the same as Psychic Game.
Yeah, he really plays us like somebody that's really did a lot of the time trials, you know, on his own like free will.
Oh yeah, I mean apparently he's even better at the Nitro Fuels remake, so...
Well, that'll be interesting to see when that comes along. It looks Yeah, he's about to. Well, it's things reach the finish line.
About halfway through the final lap for the front runners. No, you got 2 faster laps than Dan to Fanta, Lucas. So I think this might be the first time that you're going to finish ahead of him in a race so far in the tournament.
Yeah, that's pretty good then.
Because what was your target position? I think your target position really was to kind of maybe beat. Oh, there goes Luke and MTB.
It was to get higher than Danta, I think, at one point. Because I remember like that was the goal.
Your goal. Your goal was to
stick above top 5.
your goal was to beat your arch rival. Oh wait, that's Bobbleding.
Yeah.
Oh, you beat him because he got a DNP. He did not play, like Al Malloy over there to the far right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not a political party of Ireland, I promise.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely not. It did not participate in this race.
Did not participate. Nina Australian mum still going. If you watch my screen carefully during the end, you can see me slow down to make sure that my time matches up with the lost footage. I was like, oh, good, I'm ahead. I need to slow down.
So Tooney had to like remake the footage. Yeah, and that included Nina's as well.
Yeah, including Nina's. Nina's, I was actually 4 seconds slower. She got like a 4:10 initially. But like, even with a 4:14, she still beat Mum's time. Like, and Mum was the only person that she beat, so it didn't really affect the standings. So I didn't see it as too important. But yeah, do you guys need to see her again, or do you want to go through the leaderboard?
Yeah, we'll go for the leaderboards. Yeah.
Go for the leaderboard, sure. Yeah.
All right, let me just open them up. Let's start with the race times. So I'm just gonna have to reshare a different screen here. Change window to this one.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Right. So I'll read. I guess I'll read the first 6, and then Connor, you can do the next 6, and Lucas, you can do the final 6.
Very good. Yep.
All right. So in first place, we can see the very impressive 3:27. Luke RF44 with 30 points, and he only finishes like a couple of hundred of a second faster than Marcus Terry Bradford, who was at 3:27.490, but there's a 5-point disparity between them because of that tiny difference. Marcus probably kicking himself, really. He was that close to getting his first win. I think it was his first win, actually. Did Marcus win Polar Pass? No, he didn't. He lost second, didn't he?
No, yeah. I think was it Luke that won Polar Pass?
I think it was, yeah. It's quite a hot rivalry. It's kind of funny how, the initial rivalry was like Looper and like Psychic and Yoga, and now Luke and MTB are kind of the close-up rivals because Yoga's kind of ran away with the tournament.
Yeah.
This was my best finish of 3rd place, I believe, a 3:31. In the race, obviously, I got 3:30 because again, I was just trying to mimic my time, but it didn't affect the standings, so I get 22 points. 4th place Yoga, just a second behind me with 20 points. Psychic Gamer in 5th place, another second behind Yoga with 18 points. And to finish off the top 6, there was Cola Pro, 3:36, so a 3-second gap there with 15 points. Over to Connor.
Yeah, so we have Crystal Fisher, who was Komodo Joe says here in brackets. He got 13 points, if I'm reading that correctly. Yeah, 13 points for Crystal Fisher. And we have Mayo Doctor, who's Ripperoo here. He finished on 12 points, only a 1-point difference. Very, very tight here. Then we have Desert Monkey with 11 points. Very close, these leaderboards, actually, you guys. I mean, look at it. Only a point separating a load of these. Then you have Brandon, who also got... Brandon got 10 points, yeah? Brandon got 10 points, yeah. Then we have Dr. Monkey Man on 9. And then we have Lucas here on 8. So very, very close.
Yep. And then there was Nintendo Gen on 7. King DDD on 6. Danta Fanta coming 15th with 5. I think that's the lowest of his output so far.
I think so, yeah.
Kazu we came 16th with 4 points, and Nina came 17th with 3, and Mum came 18th with 2 points.
And look at you and Monkey Man, how close your little rivalry was there.
Oh yeah.
Both
That's
352.
And only a few milliseconds off. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's both of your best finish of the tournament so far, 11th and 12th. I mean, look, Dantefanta's usually around 10th, 11th kind of position. Like Dead Ace,
Yeah.
like beat Dantefanta for once. That like and Nintendo Gen beat Dantefanta, even though Nintendo Gen seemed to be driving so casually the whole time.
Yes.
He was
That's right.
he wasn't putting his foot on the accelerator.
Yeah, he was putting on the brake.
Okay, I need to find where the other picture is. There it is. Okay, these are the overall point standings. So we'll just do the same thing again. So Yogurt remains first with 287 points. Still a massive 40-point gap between him and Psychic Gamer with 242. I think it's a foregone conclusion that Yoga's going to win the tournament at this point, because 40 points is a massive feat to overcome this late in the tournament. Luke in third place with 229. Cola Pro still in fourth with 197, and Marcus is probably going to overtake Cola Pro in the next track as he's on 196. And finally, to round up my six, I moved from sixth place, which was inevitable due to Al not completing any tracks past Blizzard Bluff, I believe it was.
Oh
So,
yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Took me a few tracks to overtake a person that's not even playing anymore. All right, over to you, Lucas.
Okay, so we have Al, who went from 6th to 7th, and he has 146 points. And then we have Brandon, who went from 7th to 8th with 144 points. And then Chambers, who went from 7th to 9th. That's quite the drop, with 134 points. And we have Mayo, who is at 10th with 131 points. And then we have Fisher, who's 11th with 123 points. Desert Monkey, 12th with 114 points. Danta stays at 13th with 98 points. Monkey Man, 14th with 86 points. And myself at 15th, still with 74 points. And I pass it on to Connor.
Now we move on to 16th place, which was filled by Nintendo Gen 64, who had 52 points. Christian says here went from 18 to 17. He finished on 49. Looper went from 16 to 18 with a finish of 45 points. Kazoo finishes on 29 points. Mom finishes on 26 points. And Nina finishes on 14.
Yep. So another person has overtaken Looper. It's King Dede this time. I genuinely wonder if anyone else will overtake him at this point, because Kazoo, Mum, and Nina generally get around 3 or 4 points on average. So
Might happen.
it may be that maybe Kazoo and possibly Mum overtake him at the end, but it'd be hilarious, like if someone who only completed 2 tracks doesn't finish dead last. That'll actually be really funny. But yeah, so those are the overall points. I'd like to just thank Lucas and Connor for joining me. The next track that will be uploaded will be, I think it's Engine Labs is next up. So stay tuned for that one. And any final words from you two that you want to say?
I'm pleased with my performance in this race. Like, I could have obviously did better, but like considering I don't think I practiced this one beforehand. I was pretty pleased with how it went, and yeah, like I thought it was interesting to see how the difference between myself and Monkey Man in it as well. Didn't realise the significant.
Where are you hoping to finish looking at the board now? If you've got 74 points, so where would you ideally think and realistically think that you'd finish?
I would imagine, realistically, if I was to get any higher, I'd say probably 14th or 13th at best, yeah. That would be good enough for me, given the way I played in the tournament, yeah. Up to this point.
Connor, do you have anything that you want to add, or
make sure, guys, you're not driving casually. Be the accelerator, not the brake.
Cool. And as this tournament comes to a close, over I think there's 6 or 7 more tracks to release. I think it's 6. We will then hopefully start looking for people to show interest in a nitro-fueled tournament, which will be probably something like 8 tracks instead of all of them. And the 8 tracks will be selected randomly, and it'll be like a Grand Prix, kind of like a Formula 1 thing. 8 tracks are done, there's a champion, and then maybe make it a yearly thing if it goes well. So yeah.
the next track is Engine Labs. So that'll be
All right,
interesting.
we'll see you on that one. Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Goodbye, everyone.